CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to make this really cool beginner friendly Tunisian beanie. This is, like I said, it's beginner friendly, really easy, lots of fun, works up pretty quick. So yeah, let's get into our materials. So for today I'm using a 5.5 millimeter Tunisian hook. You could also use a hook with a cable on it if you wanted to, whatever you have handy, but you will definitely need some sort of Tunisian hook for this because you're going to be casting on quite a bit of stitches on there to make the beanie, okay? You also need a darning needle to work in your ends, and you'll need a pair of scissors as well. You will be changing colors if you choose to. You don't have to, but if you do it the way I've done it, I'm going to change colors every time. But I'm just going to be pulling up my yarn, so there's not going to be a ton of ends to work in. And I put a little fox fur topper on here, but you can make just a regular one or not add one at all. It's totally up to you. But I do think it helps to have a topper on this because we're going to cinch up the top when we're done, okay? So the way that this has worked is it's worked a long ways back and forth, and then it folds over like this. So that's your length that folds over like that. So let me show you a little piece I have. So like this right here, you would think, well, you could just fold it like that, but that's not the way this works. The length starts at the bottom. So whatever you start with here at the bottom is how the length's going to go, because this is going to be turned this way. So see, you would only have this narrow of a hat and it would go up really long. So you need to consider that when you're doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my measurements are because I'm not going to use that exact thing. I'm going to show you a little mini version. So I do want to tell you, I started out with a chain of 70 for this beanie, and this fits a normal adult, maybe a little bit large even. So you can go down or go up as you see fit. Just chain as many, go around the top of your head, and do it loosely. Don't pull tight, and that should be what you need. But like I said, I started with 70 if that helps. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 29, 30. I did approximately 30 rows, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to add this here. We're going to add the brim after we finish this part of the hat. And when we do that, we're going to be using a much smaller hook. And that's just a little trick with crochet. And that's so that the hat draws in and it doesn't get too flimsy. So for the brim, I'm actually going to be using a 4.5 millimeter hook for that. Okay. And you can use a regular crochet because the way we're going to make the brim is it's not Tunisian. All right. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so now we're going to make a slip knot and we're going to chain 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Then we're going to go into our first stitch here, right here, and we're going to pull up a loop. This one doesn't count, it's going to stay on our hook. We're going to pull up a loop, then we're going to go into our next stitch and pull up a loop, and into our next stitch and pull up a loop. And we're going to keep pulling up loops going all the way down. Okay, and now we've got all of our loops on our hook here, and now we're going to yarn over. We're going to go through 1, and then we're going to yarn over and we're going to go through 2, and then we're going to yarn over and go through 2 again, and yarn over, go through 2, and you're going to keep doing that all the way down. And this is what they call a return pass in Tunisian crochet. So on this return pass, we're just going through 2 all the way down. Okay, just like that. And that's what that looks like. And now what we're going to do is we've got all these front facing loops here. This is what we normally work through when we're doing like Tunisian simple crochet. But what we're going to do now is we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through the front of these first 2 loops here. So go through 1, go through 2, then pull your yarn through and up onto your hook. Again, yarn over, go through your next 2 front loops, pull your yarn through and pull up. Yarn over, go through your next 2 loops, pull your yarn through and pull up. Yarn over, go through your next 2 loops, pull through and pull up. You're just going to keep doing that all the way down, remembering to yarn over. Okay. And then into this edge right here at the end, you're going to go through both of these side loops and bring up 1 loop. Okay. So you've got all these loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's important that you start out with this with multiples of 2. I forgot to mention that before. So for this stitch, you will need multiples of 2. So we got 16. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through 1 stitch. Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2, 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 and just keep doing that all the way down, just like you started in the beginning. It's just going to look a little bit different, just like this. And then when you get to the end, you have 2 loops, yarn over and go through both of those loops. So that's what that looks like. And now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce another color. And what I'm going to do is I'm just simply going to bring it right into where my loop already is. So I'm going to pull my loop through, turn my work over. I'm going to tie the white and this green together. And then I'm going to pull tight, and I'm going to leave the white on and the green on, just like this, because we're going to be pulling up those colors as we go. So now what we're going to do, now that we've changed colors, is we're going to repeat what we just did. So we're going to, but I want to show you exactly what this looks like, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to, you've got this loop right here, and this counts right here. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to be looking at this stitch right here, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to go through this loop, and I want you to go through this loop in the back, and then pull through. So this is where it just is a little bit difficult. You just need to find exactly where you need to put your hook. Then you're going to yarn over and go through the front of this, and then this loop in the back, and pull up. Yarn over, go through here, and this loop in the back. Yarn over, go through here, and this one in the back. Yarn over, go through here, and this one in the back. Yarn over, go through here, this one in the back. Yarn over, and this one looks a little funny because it's the last one that we did and because we were going through our last stitch. So don't worry about that. It'll all work together okay, but we're going to yarn over, we're going to go through this stitch, and then we're going to go through this stitch and then pull up, okay? And then just like you did before, you're going to work in your edge right here through those 2 loops. Make sure that you don't do like I did and try to go to the end here. You're going to actually do right here, pull up a loop, okay? And then you've got all these loops on your hook. You're going to go through 1, go through 2, 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 and just keep going through 2, going all the way down. Another thing that's great about this stitch is it doesn't like to curl a lot. There's a little bit of curling, but as you can see, it's not nearly as bad as normal Tunisian stitches, okay? So now that we finished that one, we're gonna bring in another color. We're gonna bring in that dark blue, and I'm going to bring that in right here on the side. I'm gonna turn this over, I'm going to tie it to the green. And remember, I'm just keeping all of these on because we're going to pull them up, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we've got the blue on now. And now we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to yarn over, go through the front and the back here, and pull up, yarn over through this front loop and this back loop, yarn over through the front and the back, yarn over through the front and the back, yarn over through the front and the back, yarn over through the front and the back. And then this last one's the only one that looks a little weird. You're just going to go through here and through here, these two loops in the front, pull up, and then right here at your edge you're going to pull up one loop, and that's what it looks like right there. Then you're going to go through one, then go through two, 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 and just keep going through two all the way down. Just like this, okay? And now you can really see the pattern coming together, and you can see the color change. And now all you're going to do is you're going to keep repeating that. And because you have all the yarn already on here, you can just pull up your yarn. So now what I'm going to do, I want to go back to my white. So I'm going to pull up my white, let my blue fall, my dark blue fall. And I'm going to pull the white right up through the blue. Tighten my other piece, and then I'm just going to keep working. So then I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to find this front and back loop here and pull up, yarn over, pull up. So the hardest part of this is finding where you need to work these loops through. Here on this last one is the only one that's a little bit different. You're just going through those front two loops. Then you're going to pull up one loop on this edge portion right there. Then you're going to go through one, go through two, 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 and keep going through two all the way down. Just like that. And now we're going to go with our light blue. So again, I'm just going to turn it over. I'm going to let the white fall. I'm going to bring in the blue, the light blue. Then I'll tighten my white piece. And then I'll continue doing the same thing. Now I do want to show you close up, and I'm going to use my darning needle to help me. I really want to make sure that you see where to put these loops, because like I said, that's the hardest part of this. So we know what we're going to do now is we're going to yarn over, and we're going to start going through here. So I just want to show you really close up. This right here is our bunch here. We want to go through this front loop and this back loop. This front loop and this back loop. Right here. And the same with this one. And then when we get down to the end, I'll show you that one as well. So again, yarn over, go through this front loop, this back, pull through, yarn over, the front and the back, pull through, yarn over, the front and the back, and pull through, yarn over, front, back, pull through, yarn over, front, back, pull through. And this is just what I tell myself sometimes when I'm crocheting, front, back, just to remember where I need to go. And then right here, as you can see, this one looks a little bit different, and that's just because it's our last stitch going into that one stitch there at the end. And so now you'll be going through this and this. So this loop here and this loop here. Okay, so again, yarn over, go through here and go through here and pull up. And then you've got your edge. You're going to go through these two pieces on the side and pull up a loop. And then again, you're going to go through one, and then go through 2, and just keep going through 2 all the way down. And as you can see, you're gonna get a beautiful pattern, okay? So yeah, that's all you do is you just keep pulling up the loops and keep going. That way you don't have so many ends to work in. When you get done, you just cut off and you work in what little bit of ends that you have left once you get it the way you want it. Now just remember, I went 70 across and I went 30 up, okay? Okay guys, so I've already got this little piece worked up, and this wasn't even for a beanie, it was just a piece that I did, so it's not nearly as long as yours would be this way. But remember, you want to fold it like this when you get done, and yours, like I said, it'll be a lot longer this way, so it'll be going like this. And it probably won't be as long going up. So, but I did want to show you, you do want to fold it this way. And then the way you're going to sew this together, okay, is you're going to just simply fold it, and you're going to go through both loops going all the way down. And that's how you're going to piece this together. And you want to go through this back loop here, okay, when you're using your darning needle and sewing this together. I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to tell you. You're going to go through the back loop here and through this front loop of these pieces that you see here, okay? You see them going all the way down, and that's the way you're not going to be able to see this. So just real quick, you're going to be going through here and through here, and then through here and through here. Okay, and you know, you might have to improvise and go through here and through here, and you just keep doing that all the way down. And once it's sewed together, then your beanie will be done, and then you will cinch up the top. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you how to do the brim. So we're going to start down here at the bottom, and we're going to pull out our 4.5 millimeter hook that I showed you, and you're just going to start right here, and you're going to bring in this dark blue, and you're going to chain up day 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, then you're going to single crochet going back down. So in the second chain from the hook, you're going to put 1 single crochet, and then a single crochet in the next, and a single crochet in the next. And you're going to keep going all the way down, and you should have 6 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to go into your next stitch, and you're going to make a slip stitch. Then you're going to go into your next stitch, and you're going to make a slip stitch. Then you're going to turn your work, and you're going to single crochet going back up, but you're going to single crochet into the back loop from you. Okay, so right now, if I'm looking at this, this is the closest one to me, and this is the one furthest away. So you want to be working in the one furthest away from you into that loop, and we're going to make a single crochet, and we're going to single crochet all the way up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, just like that. Then you're going to turn your work again, and you're going to work down again, working into the loop furthest away from you. But this is when you're going to work into this first stitch right here. So before we didn't do that, but now we are, because we want to keep our stitches the same. So the rule of single crochet is you work into this first space. So we're going to work right into there, into the furthest loop away from us, and we're going to pull up and do a single crochet. So there's 1, and then the one furthest away from us, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to do those 2 slip stitches. So go into your next stitch, make a slip stitch, go into your next stitch, make a slip stitch, then turn your work this way, and then again you're going to be working furthest away from you. So going furthest away from me on that loop, I'm going to make a single crochet. So there's 1, I'm going to do that going all the way back up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And the 6th one can be hard to find. Turn it on its side and then work in that back loop, just like that. Then turn your work to go back down the other way. Again, working in the stitch furthest away from you. Remember to work in this first stitch right here for single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Turn your work, and then you're going to be working back up again, working in the loop furthest away from you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Like I said, this last one can be hard to find. Turn it on its side. Okay, and then turn again. So that's how you do the brim. You're just going to go back and forth like that all the way down. Just like that. And then when you get done with the brim is where you're actually going to then sew it together. So you would just fold it, you would have a brim on each side, you would sew all the way down, and then everything would fit together great, okay? I just used I think I used the dark blue going all the way down to sew everything together. And then you would just cinch up the top. To cinch up the top, you would just, when this would be sewn together, you would have this up here. And then you would simply take some yarn and go in and out, all the way around, pull tight, and cinch up the top. Now, if you're not familiar with cinching up the top and putting a beanie on, a topper for your beanie, I'm gonna have a video below. You can look into that if you want to, if you need some help with that, okay? And I'll put that in the description box. So I hope you enjoyed this new Tunisian stitch. Lots of fun. Like I said, beginner friendly, easy to do, makes a beautiful beanie. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, share, and subscribe. Sharing helps more than anything, and I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that notify me bell below so that you can get notified of my future videos. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.